Aphorism 204. If we deduct all chronic affections, ailments, and diseases that depend on a persistent unhealthy mode of living, Aphorism 77, as also those innumerable medicinal maladies, Aphorism 74, caused by the irrational, persistent, harassing, and pernicious treatment of diseases, often only of trivial character, by physicians of the old school. Most the reminder of chronic diseases result from the development of these three chronic miasms: internal syphilis, internal psychosis, but chiefly and in infinitely greater proportion internal sora. Each of these infections was already in possession of the whole organism and had penetrated it in all directions before the appearance of the primary vicarious local symptom of each of them. In the case of sora, the scabies eruption; in syphilis, the chancre or the bubo; and in psychosis, the condylomata that prevented their outburst. And these chronic miasmatic diseases, if deprived of their local symptom, are inevitably destined by mighty nature sooner or later to become developed and to burst forth and thereby propagate all the nameless misery. The incredible number of chronic diseases which have plagued, overcome mankind for hundreds and thousands of years, none of which would so frequently have come into existence had physicians striven in a rational manner to cure radically and to extinguish in the organism these three miasms without employing local remedies for their corresponding external symptoms, relying solely on the proper internal homeopathic remedies for each. See note to Aphorism 282. Explanation. In this aphorism, Dr. Henneman has given idea about miasms of chronic disease. If we deduct or keep aside all the chronic affections, ailments, and diseases that depends on a persistent unhealthy mode of living, as master has described in Aphorism 77, in appropriately named chronic diseases, innumerable medical diseases which are caused by the irrational, persistent, harassing, and harmful treatment of the diseases which are less important and oftenly neglected by the physicians of the old school. If we deduct above mentioned two types of chronic diseases, the remaining chronic diseases are caused from the development of these three miasms: internal syphilis, internal psychosis, and internal sora. Internal sora chiefly and in infinitely greater proportion of all diseases. Each miasm was already in possession of the whole organism and penetrated it in all directions before the appearance of the primary vicarious local symptom of each of them. Means, before the local symptoms of chronic diseases appear on the surface, the basic causative miasm is rooted deeply and spreaded in all directions in the organism. Local symptoms according to miasms: scabies eruption in sora, chancre or bubo in syphilis, condylomatas in psychosis. These local symptoms or expression of miasm by their appearance prevents the outburst of the miasms. If chronic miasmatic disease are deprived of their local symptom, are surely to be happened or developed by mighty nature, to become developed or more aggressive and to burst forth. In this way, it will propagate or enhance all the nameless misery, the incredible number of chronic diseases under which mankind have suffered for hundreds and thousands of years. None of these diseases have come into existence so frequently because physicians strived them in a rational manner, to cure it completely, to destroy or treat all these three miasms in the organism by the internal homeopathic medicines suited for each of them without employing local remedies for their external local symptoms. See note to Aphorism 282.